What's up everyone? Welcome back to Living Survival. Today we're going to take a look at what I feel are the best bear bags on the market. We're going to take a look at a few different options from Ursack. So for those of you that haven't done much hiking or backpacking or camping for that matter, may not realize how easy it is for an animal such as a bear or even a smaller animal such as a squirrel or a raccoon to smell your food out and get to your food. I've had everything from raccoons to mice and who knows what else wandering around my campsite, and it's not until they actually got my food that I was more concerned about giving it a higher level of protection, and that's what you get with these bear bags from Ursack. Now they do make several different models, so we're going to go ahead and talk about the differences there, some of the specs, and then later on in the video I will show you how to rig up a bear bag. But again, not only great for when you're backpacking, actually some trails that you backpack on require the use of a bear bag to keep that food safe. And again, like I said, it's not until you get that food stolen and you have nothing to eat the next day that it becomes a real concern. So for those preppers out there, you know how important it is to think of this stuff beforehand, and that's why I wanted to do a video on it today. All right, so let me walk you through some of the different models that Ursack manufacturers. Now this is the minor model. This is the least expensive model, probably the lightest model as well. This is going to give you protection from rodents such as squirrels, mice, raccoons, things like that have very sharp teeth and sharp claws. You can see it's a very large bag. You can get a lot of food into these. You got the Velcro closure up top, and then just simple dry bag type style, so you want to load your food up in there. It's a good idea also to get a lock sack bag or an op sack bag. That will keep your food odor free as well. If I'm using just a dry bag, which is what I used to do, I've had on one occasion critters get into it, and you know that critters can also rumble through your packs and things like that. So not only is it good for protecting at night when you sleep, for example, or anytime you move away from base camp, but also just in your pack, they can smell that food out. So it's a good idea to get one of those liners. I probably will pick one up in the future. You've got a little loop here. Of course, that's what's going to hang the bag up in the air, and we'll go over how to hang that bag in a moment. Now this is made of double ply Kevlar, so the same materials that go into making bulletproof vests, and that is how it keeps it puncture resistant from those sharp teeth and claws. So this is the minor. This comes in at about $60 for this bag, and it's going to give you that level of protection for critters. Moving on up here, this is the S29.3. It's about the same size. Instead of the Velcro closure on top, you do have a rope closure. So basically what you want to do is you want to cross the strings over to the other side of the holes there, and you really want to cinch it down tight to where there's no gaps in the top at all. And then you do a double overhand knot, and that's going to allow you to hang that from the tree. And now this one is made out of Spectra fabric, so similar to I've got some line in here, we'll go over that in a moment too. This is Spectra line, so it's a very high quality, heavy duty line that is allows it to still maintain a very lightweight form factor. So this one's going to protect you from bears. It's not quite the level of protection for the critters, so for the smaller nails and the smaller teeth, they can still get through this. I mean, it's unlikely that they're going to be able to get all the way into it, but they are capable of biting through this. So the first bag we looked at would be your critter level protection. This is going to be your bear level protection. So you can pick and choose which bag has the features for what you're looking for. This one would probably be not the one I would use in lower Michigan. I'd use just the basic level protection, because really all I'm worried about in lower Michigan would be the squirrels, the mice, the raccoons. A lot of raccoons, especially if you camp around other people or around places where animals know to go for food. In the Upper Peninsula though, I would definitely take something like this, and then the Almighty that we're going to take a look at in a moment combines the two technologies into one bag. So These come in at $80, and that's going to give you that bear protection. And then keep in mind, these are also certified bear bags, so certified for use on the trails, which require you to use some sort of a bear protection. Again, sometimes they require a crush-proof canister, but many trails will allow these, and again, they are certified for that purpose. So finally, the last bag we have here is their Almighty, and again, it's a combination between the Spectra fabric and that Kevlar fabric. So this is going to give you all-around protection, not only from the smaller critters, but also from bears. Now, on the inside here, it has not only the drawstring closure, but it also has the same closure as the Miner. So basically, it's a Miner put into an S29, and that makes the Almighty. So you can stuff these things with a ton of food. 35 plus meals is what you can put in here. Now, they aren't waterproof, they are water resistant, so they're going to shed the water off, but they're not waterproof. However, most of the food items that I put into a bag like this are either going to be in these Mylar bags, which are sealed, or they're going to be in plastic bags, which they're sealed anyway. I always just, like I said, used a dry bag until I had an animal completely destroy my dry bag and get into my food. So I have a ton of food in here. You can see I have like 3 or 4 Backpackers Pantry meals in here. I've got a couple Mountain Houses in here, and then on the bottom I've got even some of these Valley Food Storage bags in here as well. I mean, I got a ton of food stored in here. Now there's what the inside looks like. So basically you just load it up, seal it shut here, and then we'll show you right now how to hang that from the tree. So once you invest in this level of protection to keep your food safe from animals, you don't want your cordage or your clips to be the weakest link in the chain. So instead of using just these basic clips, which can fail, or even these Night Eyes beaners, which I've had pop open on me, I tend to go with a heavier duty climbing carabiner, something lightweight like this Black Diamond one. You can pick these up relatively cheap, and that's going to assure me that my clip isn't going to fail. Should an animal even jump onto the bag and start to, you know, cling onto it and pull it down with its weight, you know, you don't want your clip to fail. And same goes with your cordage here. Now this is actually Spectra line. It's real heavy duty line, but it's real lightweight. So I use this instead of, let's say, paracord or even bank line. I've used that as well. Any cordage will really do, but I like the Spectra for its strength. This, I believe, is Blue Water Ropes. This is their Reflect line. This is very cool because it reflects at night, so you can shine a light and find your bear bag. I've lost my bear bag in the middle of the day. You know, you get out into the thick woods and everything starts to look the same. I've gone searching for a snack at night and tried to find my bag, and with you know, with no luck. So I really like this line. Since I started using it, you can just shine your flashlight out there and it's going to show you exactly where your bag is. So you've got your bag, you've got your clip, and you've got your cordage. Now, where do you put it for the night? Now, you want to be at least 25 yards away from your camp. So generally I'll just wander off and I'll look for a good tree to hang it from. Now remember, bears and other critters can climb trees, so you don't want to just put it right off a branch hanging right next to the tree where they can climb up and then they could just bat at it. And you want to have it hanging down from the limb a little ways too, so that they can't just climb out on the limb and grab the bag. So you want it about 25 yards away from your camp or so. You want it to hang down from the branch, and you want to hang away from the tree as well as possible. So it can take some time to find a tree that's suitable for this. Now, if you're in an area where you don't have trees, that's another benefit of these bags, is that if you do use the odor protection, get that extra level of odor protection in there, you can shove this stuff you know, in a pile of leaves. You can shove it under some rocks, areas that it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for an animal to get to. And even if they do get to these bags, in their testing, they have shown that the animal doesn't go far with the bag. So even if they were to get your bag, play around with it, move it a little ways, chances are they're not going to be able to get to your food, and you're going to be able to find your food and eat the rest of the trip. probably going to be a little bit hard to see on the camera because it is an overcast day today, but this would be an ideal candidate. You can see that this branch hangs away from the tree. It's a good sturdy branch here, so I could throw it out there. It's going to be away from the trunk of the tree, and then I'll hang it down so that it's away from the top of the tree there. So that would be a pretty perfect place to hang your bag. Other trees like this one that lean over, again, you're looking for a sturdy branch here, so I could throw it up there on that branch. That would be good as well. So of course, first I want to load up my bag here, so I'll go ahead and throw a couple of these meals down in the bag here. Anything that you want to keep protected while you're sleeping or while you're away from camp. Then what you want to do is take these strings here and you want to cross them in an X. So throw that one there, throw this one on this side, and then what we want to do is we want to cinch this up as much as possible. You don't want any gaps here, so go ahead and just cinch this up as best we can, just like that, so we don't have any gaps. And then we're going to do just a double overhand knot. So I'm going to go ahead and do a single overhand knot. Go ahead and do a double here. So just like that. Go ahead and pull that tight. And then we're ready to put that up in the tree. Now you're going to want to get your cordage tied onto something like a rock, or I've even used a smaller dry bag filled with dirt. I've used a sock, I've used a plastic bag, anything that you can use to give you a little bit of weight to throw over that branch. Then you're going to tie on your bag and pull it up. So the branch that I'm going to demonstrate tying it onto today isn't that high up, so I'm just going to put 2 carabiners on there. That's going to give me enough weight to get it up and over that branch. All right, so I have my 2 ends here. Take off the carabiner that I don't need. I'm just gonna clip right onto my bag, and then it's just as simple as hoisting it up to where you want it. Again, you want it off the tree a little bit, so I threw it sort of farther out on the branch, and you want it to hang down 5 feet or so that it's not too close to the ground that they can grab it, and it's not too close to the limb that they can grab it. Once you have the bag where you want it, you simply just tie off this end to a close by branch or to the trunk of the tree itself. Like I said, you may not feel that you need this level of protection until a critter actually gets into your food. It's amazing what they can do with their sharp teeth and sharp claws, and this will keep you protected. So they have the 3 different levels of protection. I'm going to put a link below to their website where you guys can check that out, as well as their current pricing, and pick one up for yourself if you choose to do so. I want to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment below in the comment section. Hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please give it a big thumbs up for me. Make sure you share it to any friends and family on your social media. If you haven't already done so, please click that red subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of new videos.